my loved ones, long lost pen pals from the other side of the world. Hello, welcome to Closing Out the Week with the Closers Podcast. I'm your host as always, Marco Alvarado. How has your week been? Tell me now. We don't have a whole lot of time, but I want to hear how it's going. Well, I cannot hear you, but if you said it's going good, or great, or fine, or anything that is remotely positive, I'm glad. Let's hope it continues during this hectic holiday season, and if it's not going so well, I'm hoping that things get better for you. But hopefully this episode will help out, because we have quite the episode today, something a little different. It's an interview with a pretty good friend of mine, Brianna Carmel. She is a singer-songwriter and promoter, like concert promoter, out here in Sacramento, California. She has teamed up and joined forces with Josiah of Wayne Jet Ski to form a new group called Blooming Heads. And they have a new EP coming out on January 6th, which is her birthday. We are both Capricorns. We remembered during this interview. So it's a great time. She also talks about a live stream that she's putting on next Friday, the 18th, which I will be playing on as Downer, called 916 Fest 3. It is a benefit show for a local nonprofit that helps, that is helping local venues stay afloat during this crazy time. So definitely look for the information on our socials for that, on Brianna's socials, and on my personal. But yeah, hope you enjoy this interview with Brianna Carmel. It is a great time. She always makes for great conversation, and we're going to miss having her on. I'm going to miss talking to her, every 2 months on the pod, but I mean, we're friends, so we definitely will chit chat in our own time still. So regardless, hope you enjoy this interview with Brianna Carmel, and be sure to listen to Blooming Head's new EP out on January 6th. It'll be out on Bandcamp. So with that, here's the interview. All right, so we got Brianna Carmel here. Welcome to Closing Out the Week. You're the first guest of this season I've had on Closing Out the Week. I've been using this show more so as just kind of like a diary for myself. Mm-hmm. But now, because the show's ending, I was like, why not bring Brianna on and have her talk about the music she's up to? Because, we got to have Brianna on at least one more time. So, welcome on. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm super stoked.
Yeah, dude. So, you have a new, is it EP or album coming out?
I would say EP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with Blooming Heads, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah. So how was the recording process with Josiah, who goes under Wade Jet Ski for his other stuff? How was that whole process?
It was really, really cool. I feel like it took recording with him to really fully become comfortable as a vocalist with him, if that makes sense. I feel like now I'm finally okay, I know what I want to do. I feel like I'm in the zone. I had a lot of say in I don't know, I just got to play around a lot with layering vocals and doing doubles and doing harmonies and
mm-hmm.
just little things like that. Even though these songs were kind of fleshed out already, I got to add little things and just play around with the vocals a lot. And it's just been really fun. I don't know. That's been awesome. A really nice process.
So you've been having fun. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. So how would this compare to this project compared to your past ones?
Yeah.
I can imagine you have a lot to say about that. So
yeah, I'll try to keep it short. But yeah, I mean, I've talked about it a little bit before, just mm-hmm. In Kreska specifically, in my old band, for anyone who doesn't know, was Kreska.
If you want to hear more about it, you could check out the other episodes we've done with Brianna, because she goes more in detail about what went on in that whole time.
Yeah. So in that band, it was a lot of like, I would just have a complete song like handed to me pretty much, and I would just write over it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like, it's not like I had, and it was kind of that way in the band I was after that too. Like I would just have a complete song like handed to me because I was like the singer, and I don't know, I just didn't have much of a say, and I didn't really think about it that way at the time. But like in comparison now with like Josiah, who asks me how many times I want a riff to repeat, and like, you know, and like what I think of these transitions or whatever, like
it's very collaborative.
Yeah, even though I don't play any guitar, I had so much say in like the whole thing, honestly. So it's been very refreshing. It's been a nice change.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Has that allowed you to kind of explore creative sides of yourself that you may have not realized were there to begin with?
Yeah. One of the newer songs on the EP started out as me just like, because like since I'm so used to like at least having the skeleton of the song being done before I start like writing to it myself. That's like how I'm usually used to working. But for one of the newer songs, I literally just started writing something one day. Like I just started writing words and I put a melody to them, and I was like, I kind of want this to be a song. So I sent it to Josiah, like just a little voice note of me like singing a cappella.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's something I like would have been comfortable doing before, like in my old projects, like just, you know, just like a little a cappella voice note of me singing, just like an idea for a whole song. Like, I don't know. It took a lot of guts on my part, and I'm really glad we did it, because the song is like, I don't know, it's just the whole EP honestly is gonna be fucking sick. But
yeah, dude, I mean that leads me into my next question. So like with specifically this EP, what influences are you guys pulling from for this specific EP? I'm curious to hear the sound.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't really tell you like, well, oh man, what was that band Josiah told me? I mean, like, I couldn't tell you a lot of Josiah's influences, but I don't know. I mean, I've always been very influenced by like Hayley Williams from Paramore.
Yeah.
And especially now that she has her new solo record out.
Right, yeah. It's great.
It is great, yeah. I don't know, because on Hayley's new solo record, she kind of, like, lyrically, she talks about a lot of things that were kind of like, I don't know, like elephants in the room, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's kind of every single track lyrically kind of feels like a different elephant in the room as to why, like, there was such a large gap in between like the bands that I was in and stuff, like
yeah that
and
makes
just
sense.
like just the stuff that happened. So I feel like I kind of went off track there, sorry.
Oh no, you're fine, you're totally fine.
So just like kind of that whole theme of like dragging out the skeletons in your closet and kind of confronting them, it's kind of a big theme for this EP, and that was very inspired by Hayley Williams coming from my part. I wish I could remember, because Josiah straight up told me that like for some of the songs he's just like ripping off bands or whatever, you know.
That's the best way to do it sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Like you gotta just cut and paste, but then just twist it, like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like, you can actually hear most of our songs already because one of them is on Bandcamp and two of them are on my YouTube channel.
Oh, sweet.
So for anyone who wants to hear like a little sneak peek, they're not studio versions, but well, the Bandcamp thing is like an old demo that we released just because we wanted to release something, but this new stuff is like we re-recorded that song for the EP. So
okay, got it.
Yeah.
How in total? How long did you guys work on the EP? How long? Like, is this a pandemic project, or were you guys started? Have you guys started the process prior to it?
It's pretty much been a pandemic project. Yeah.
Okay.
We spent, oh gosh, all the months are blurring together, but like
I know, I can't believe it's already December, man. It's
yeah,
crazy.
I know, but like I know there was a period of time like initially during the pandemic where we didn't see each other, and then we both got tested and kind of integrated into each other's pods. And now, since like the holidays are kind of coming around and numbers are spiking again, we've decided to not see each other again until like the new year at least or something. But yeah, so at least half of quarantine, I would say.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's not a bad amount of time. I'm excited to hear it. With the song specifically, how many songs are there? 4, you said?
Yeah, so when we release it on my birthday on Bandcamp, there's only going to be 3. And that's because, like I said, like we were going to work on a 4th, and then like cases started spiking and we were like, let's just take a pause. But Josiah is being really kind and letting me release, or letting us release like a technically incomplete version for my birthday.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so when it drops on Bandcamp on my birthday, it'll just be 3 songs. And then once we see each other again, we're going to finish the 4th song. And once it drops on like Spotify and stuff, it's going to be like the 4-song version.
Got it.
Yeah.
How long do you think it'll be until the full version is completed? I know you already mentioned it, but I just want to reiterate it for people that are curious.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I know we're probably, we're going to start working on it as soon as we like are able to see each other again. It just kind of depends on how things go with COVID and like how safe we feel integrating into each other's bubbles again.
Right.
But I'm hoping at least like before January's over,
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's pretty soon. So, okay. So people don't have to wait that long for the full version of the EP. What is the EP called and when is it coming out, by the way?
Oh man, I should have consulted with Josiah. He was going to let me call it whatever I want. I'm pretty sure. We just haven't actually gone over that yet. But I've been wanting to call it the Background EP. And it's going to drop on January 6th, which, as I mentioned, is my birthday. So
sweet. January 6th.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. You're a Capricorn like me.
Yes, I am.
Sick. Yeah, we give off kind of the same energy.
Yeah,
degree, so I
totally.
feel, that makes sense. You also have another thing coming up that's next week. This is coming out on Friday the 11th. Friday the 18th is 916 Fest 3.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, totally. So I am a local show promoter, and since the pandemic has been a thing, shows have not been a thing. And something I do every year is throw in a little fest to like celebrate just all my friends in the music scene, basically, like all the connections I've made and all the relationships I've made and stuff like that. This year it's going to be a live stream since I've kind of, migrated into live stream shows since we can't do real shows right now.
They've gone very well, the previous live streams you've done too.
Yeah, they have gone pretty well. I'm pretty stoked on it. So I'm hoping this one is also another hit. We've got lots of cool people on the bill. We've got Downer. We've got
I've never heard of him.
We've got Josiah from Wayne Jetski, who is my bandmate. We've got I Kill Cameron. We've got Hi Mom. We've got a bunch of really cool folks.
Yeah, Izzy's on there too.
Yeah, Izzy Jax.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's also a band that's playing, it's going to be their first show, is a live stream show. They're called Benji Bloom.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear them. But yeah, the stream starts at 6 and then it goes until like midnight, right? It's a pretty long
like 11:30ish.
11:30.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. So that's like prime time show.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
That's really cool. Is there like since you've been doing the live streams this year, has there been anything that you have kind of learned from the process of like live streaming and stuff that you're going to apply going forward, maybe when the pandemic kind of subsides?
I don't know. I was just thinking about how, like, because one thing I forgot to say is that the fest is a benefit for the California Capital Venue Coalition.
Yeah.
Which is like an organization that helps out the different DIY music venues in town and all that good stuff. And I've found that when you throw a benefit show, people are more likely, at least for live streams, people are more likely to like pay money.
Yeah.
And so what I've been doing to get by is I've been doing like 50-50, like 50 for a benefit, 50 for, me and the artists or whatever.
Yeah.
And it would be great if I could like apply that going forward. Maybe I could do it for house shows. Like do a benefit house show once in a while. Cause I was thinking of like booking fees and like, it would be hard to break even with a benefit show and a booking fee and all that. But benefit house shows would be fun. I don't know. It just depends on how the scene's looking like by the time all this is over. Yeah,
I'm very curious to see how things are going to be after, because I know there's a lot of venues, of course, that are shutting down. I know there's a lot of house shows also that have kind of decided to just maybe wait until the pandemic is over. So it's like, because there's a lot of like large venues that are shutting down and the house shows kind of have the flexibility to kind of just pop up whenever they want. Yeah. Like, is that going to become the new normal after this is all said and done? It's very, very interesting to see what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I also wonder. It's a very big question mark for me.
Yeah. But I mean, it'll be cool if like house shows become way bigger of a thing, because I love house shows. They're the best.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, so on January 6th, the Blooming Heads EP is going to be out. It's going to be out on Bandcamp, right? Or is it going to be... Okay. Sweet. Yeah. Awesome. So it's going to be out on Bandcamp. Definitely be sure to check it out. We'll make sure to post the link when that time comes. I know the Instagram will be kind of dead at that time, but we will still post it for our followers that are still following. So... yeah, Brianna, thank you again for coming on. It's always a pleasure to chit chat with you. Hopefully we can in the future as well. Yeah, can't wait for the stream next week. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking sick. I'm stoked.
Thanks, Brianna. We love you. Take care.
Love you too. Yes.
All right, so there is the episode. There is the interview. Brianna Carmel in the flesh. Well, not really. We had to do it over Zoom because of the pandemic, but as close to in the flesh as we can get right now. So there's your episode of Closing Out the Week. We only got 3 more to go until we say goodbye forever. Well, not forever, but until until the show's done. But I do want to promote what we're doing next week. on December 16th, Gabby, the Goose is on the Loose LOL, is coming back on the show. We're going to chit-chat about a bevy of topics. We're doing a bunch of variety pods with some of our favorite guests for the last episodes, so definitely do not miss this one. It's always a great time whenever we can have Gabby on. She just brings a different energy to the show that is definitely lacking in some areas, just like in terms of enthusiasm, I think. And it's always a great mix. It's always a great time with us three, me, Quinn, and herself. So definitely check it out. Anyways, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you very soon.